Hi, Representative Zach Nunn. I'm Connie Ryan, the Executive Director of Interfaith Alliance of Iowa. And we had a luncheon today in Des Moines with over 100 people who showed up and had questions for you, and you weren't here, but we wanted to make sure that you heard just snippets of some of the issues that your constituents, Iowans, are concerned about, and the questions that they have for you. So we're going to have a few of the folks ask their questions to you, and we hope that you will take to heart that Iowans need you to show up for them, to be part of town halls, public town halls, so we can ask our questions and so we can understand where you are coming from as our elected official. And so I'm going to turn the microphone over to some folks who have the questions for you.
I have a question. I teach ELL, English Language Learning, and I have a student who is from Afghanistan. He helped our soldiers when they were in Afghanistan. And I know, Representative Nunn, that you run on your military record that you have served in that area. He's now being told by our Homeland Security Secretary that he needs to go home. He's here, he has 6 children, he's working, his children are growing up here. What I want to know is what you're going to do to protect him, to let him stay here because he protected you.
Representative Nunn, my question is, would you please explain what waste, fraud, and abuse is in the cuts of, let's for instance, say Medicaid, okay? Thank you very much.
Representative Nunn, a lot of us in Iowa depend upon public broadcasting for the real truth in the news. And we'd like to know the logic behind cutting the support in the federal government for the funding of those great organizations, public television and public radio. Thank you.
Hi, Congressman. So I am lucky enough to be on the Affordable Care Act to get my health insurance. I get it through a tax credit, which is applied every month. If I didn't have that, my insurance payment would be more than my mortgage. So those tax credits are set to expire at the end of the year, and I would like to know what you're going to do about it. And so we should be expanding access to health care and not kicking people off of the rolls.
Zach, I want to know where your outrage is. I want to know where your outrage is in our losing our democracy, in losing our Constitution, and that our Congress has become a do-nothing Congress, which is no longer an independent branch. Where, Zach, is your outrage in terms of our president becoming a dictator and a person who is not even part of our government coming in and slashing their programs, sending tens of thousands of people into unemployment and the entire nation without their support? Where is your outrage when organizations such as the Iowa Food Bank is supporting people who need food and depend on it, and yet today lost 16 semi-loads of food that were to be distributed? Zach, you go by the title of representative. Whom are you representing?
Representative Nunn, I'll start off. I want to thank you for your service. I'll tell you, we will never forget. That being said, in 2 different positions, you have sworn an oath to the Constitution. Yet we have 270 folks who had no due process put into a Salvadoran gulag while we brought 54 white Afrikaners straight into the country and jumped them to the front of the line in front of everybody who has been looking for immigration in the proper way. So I would like you to stand up and speak about how the Constitution is not being honored now. Thank you.
So Representative Jack Nunn, thank you for listening to Iowans. All of these Iowans have questions for you. They have concerns for you. They have issues in their lives and with their neighbors that have questions and concerns as well. So we hope that you will show up. We hope that you will hold a public town hall where your constituents can talk with you and can ask you questions. As an elected official, you owe that to the people of Iowa and to the people who live in the 3rd Congressional District. Thank you so much for listening.